Many in the electronic music culture were claiming that this sacred reconnection to nature was the source of their movement. They believed that dance floor transcendence had awakened a higher, more natural way of being that exists within each of us.
We have linked into a deeper, more ancient understanding of what dance and the intention that we hold with each other is all about.
It was like these principles, these fundamental principles of divine realization, of truth, of God, of religion, were just kind of nonchalantly oozing out of everybody who's going into these dance parties and experiencing communion with each other through music.
At the heightened experience of any different religion or spiritual expression is music and singing and dancing.
Because what we are reenacting is actually the oldest form of religion that we have.
Dance traditionally was a part of your healing systems, it's part of how we pray, part of how we communicate, it's part of how we participate in nature. If you look at nature on a kind of a macro lens, you zoom out from the earth, you zoom out to where you're seeing the solar system, it's spinning in this perfectly beautiful pattern, right? And you drill down into what's happening on the planet, even flowers come up and they spiral out and they do this beautiful blossom that is a kind of dance. You watch hummingbirds move. Everything is kind of precisely patterned. We've created our own little organizational system where we move, and even that, although it seems chaotic, if you zoomed out, would probably look like some kind of a pattern, some kind of a fractal even, So dance is kind of our way of co-creating with nature. It's our way of participating.
Since the beginning of time, mankind has used music and dance to commune with nature and the spirit of the universe.
Well, the ancient goddess rituals and traditions and earth-based spirituality in general has always been about ecstatic religious experience. And that means experience rather than dogma, rather than a belief system. It's about how we experience the world around us.
In my teens, I was kind of like atheist and agnostic. At first I was like, I don't believe in God. And then I was like, well, I don't know. It's just too big and I don't even want to deal with it. It's too confusing. And then through psychedelic experiences and through all-night dance experiences, I was just like, I couldn't deny that there was definitely something a lot bigger than me going on.
I'd always questioned, what is God? How can God exist? And this was the key, because this was something that I felt connected me outside of time. So I knew that this was a part of divinity. This was a part of God.
Some people may have had religious or spiritual experiences in other contexts, but for a lot of people I found in my research, this was really the first place where they had those kinds of experiences. So just to see that that's real, that these other dimensions of consciousness are real, that's a huge breakthrough in and of itself. So not only are they having this experience, but basically that's the whole point of putting on these kind of events. Once you have that experience, then you see that there's a whole culture, this rave culture, which is devoted to having these kinds of experiences.
Through all this medicine, through the plants, through the music, through the raves, through the dance parties, through the altars, through the rituals, we can open ourselves up to receive this information and know what the word God is.